Hello, and welcome to your gifts breakdown. Whether this is the actual person that's getting the reading or the students looking at me breaking down this, I am so thankful for the opportunity to be able to do this. And to be honest, to even have this freaking skill set, because this is dope. I think this might actually be the only reading I'm going to offer going forward. I have cleared off all my stuff so I can focus on teaching, which is what I really want to do. But I do know that this is like my jam. This is my specialty. I'm going to teach it to you guys as best I can. And if y'all can nail it at the end of 6 months, I can let go of that reading type too and focus on teaching, because that's really what I freaking want to do, guys. So let's get into this one, this first gifts breakdown. So I like to start with the water houses. Water is where your gifts are. Water allows uh, things from outside of yourself to stream in. Like, we're made up of like 70% water, and it's because we are channeling. Whenever we get to channeling 101, you'll recognize that I tell you, always stay hydrated. Always make sure you're hydrated. This is allowing you to be connected to the unseen, the collective. Remember, we are molecules and proteins and all that stuff, and water is a conduit. That's the word I was looking for. Water is the conduit. So first and foremost, um, water houses would be fourth, eighth, and 12th. So we're going to come to this person's fourth house first, right? Fourth is Cancer, family, gifts from the family, generational, ancestral gifts. For this person, it's artistry, the ability to build on earth. That's what Taurus energy is. The things that you can build in real time, because you have earthly gifts and you have spiritual gifts. All of them matter. You needed a certain amount of things so you can build on this plane, and then you needed a certain amount of things that you can pull down or move with your own power, which is where this Jupiter comes. And Jupiter is your luck, your growth, expansion. And keep in mind, all of these things are triggered by her emotions. Like, when she creates things from emotions, like art, food, weed, wine, gardening, right? That's when the use of her gifts will be activated, the ones that are in her moon. And we'll get to the moon, because when you're looking at the houses during a spiritual reading, you're going to look at how they connect, right? So Jupiter being here, that's her growth, her expansion, and luck. So the more she learns at home, the more everything else in her chart expands. So here's where things get interesting, right? So Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Where's her moon at? The ninth house of Sagittarius. I've noticed that in most charts, and this will keep coming up as I do more examples, things come in threes, triplicity. So they make sure this energy is really jammed in there. So the more she learns, the more she grows, and she grows emotionally, right? Here we got this moon at 29 degrees Libra. That's the very last degree. This is a challenge, a critical degree, the final tier in her having a partnership. But this is also in Libra things, fashion, beauty, literature, aristocratic things like weed, well, not weed, wine, cheese tastings, horses, painting, um, anything beauty, right? So that connects back to that Taurus energy. This is a very Venusian person here. So I'm feeling like her skills are meant to be used in regards to furthering other people's belief systems in regards to what is possible here on Earth. Wild, right? So for the fourth house, you're always going to look for where the moon is, and then where Cancer is in the chart for where the energy is coming out. So luck through her thoughts, luck with her mind when she uses her mind at home, right? Emotional connection to her partner, like her partner balances her out emotionally, but also the emotional or the things that she learns at home helps or gives her the ability to be able to break them down into a belief system that she can share with other people, because the ninth house is about spiritual gurus, higher education, things that expand other people's knowledge outside of what they learned at home. And that's where she's emotionally being guided to teach people things that she has learned during her journey uh, in a place that is not local, because this is the foreign lands house, right? So next we have Cancer. Where's Cancer at? Her sixth house. It's meant to be used in her job and her day-to-day life. Her momming duties, the way her mind works, which is Mercury, is naturally channeling emotional currents to help other people ground themselves, is what I'm sensing here. Like, this is a very grounding energy. So she takes her time. This person is meant to take their time at home, grow, learn. Share what they learned, because Gemini rules Mercury. I know this is a lot, but just the more you get it, the more you start to watch these videos and look at the configurations, you'll understand everything goes together in threes. So this Mercury, the way her mind works is in mom, but mom bringing you peace through things like art and wine and weed and literature and great discussion and debate, right? So that in itself is the design for the Cancer house, how her emotions work. Her emotions lead her mind in the goal to help other people learn how to take care and ground themselves. So how will this play out when she comes next to somebody? When her energy interacts with someone, she immediately starts picking up on what they need for care or balance to bring themselves into peace. So this person would be a great healer first, because they can pick up immediately, intuitively, based on their emotions, but this person needs to balance out their emotions. That is all for the fourth house, right? That's for just based on her emotional gifts, the things that you pick up as an empath. Your Cancer gifts are your empathic gifts, things you just get from outside of you. Selenite is great to keep other people's energy off of you with these, because that's like lunar based and stuff. So if you have a lot of Cancer placements, understand that you are picking up other people's info so you can help. So next we have this eighth house. All right, whenever you see Virgo somewhere, that's healer, that's messenger, that's somebody who came to be of service. This person has their South Node there, so they've already done healing of traumas, physical wounds, sexual abuse, all that stuff in another life. And in this life, it was just rehatched. So this person could take those gifts, right, and use them to earn money for thyself, being a spiritual worker. That is absolutely what the setup here. When you see your South Node going from Virgo, which is healer, to being of service, to this Pisces, which is still being of service, but is giving of self through your gifts. So this eighth house rules Scorpio. This is the transformation house. Powers that are Scorpio gifts are the ability to transmute in others, to use your power to make changes through force, through will. Remember, Pluto and Mars both used to be ruled by Aries. So they're both forceful energies. And yeah. these are not the ones like Cancer energy where your feelings are there. It's like impulse things. Like as a healer, when you sense somebody's bleeding or something, you don't wait for a response. You go grab a rag. These Pluto gifts kick in like that, right? So this person's ability to heal and bring people into balance, because this Libra is over here, right, comes out through their Pluto, their power. Their power is in their belief system, sharing her beliefs about healing, about bringing things into balance, about partnership, about holistic healing is coming up, helps other people transform. And this is very specifically, because it's in the ninth house, this would be the same thing if it was in the 12th, for people in a foreign land who do not have access, or people online that you can reach in a foreign land that do not have access to the knowledge that she is teaching. You'd be amazed how many people don't know that drinking like mugwort tea helps with dreams, or that amethyst helps bring love towards you. Things like that would be the information that this person would be sharing. And this is especially important because Scorpio, which is that ability to transform, rules her career house. This is a healer, a dark worker, I'd say. This person is shining light on shadows to help clear out what needs to be cleared, more so than this person is focused on just love and light. I'd say love and light and being delicate comes more with people who are heavy in the Pisces area. This person is heavy mom energy, because look at this, Cancer sun, 29 degrees. That's the final degree. So this is big mom energy that's going on here. This person is going to be momming people as a part of their job, right? So for this triplicity thing, right, that I was talking about, Sagittarius is very important in this person's chart. Sagittarius is the spiritual guru, the philosopher, the prophet, right? Here we have that person's career contract, Saturn in Sagittarius. This person is contracted career-wise to be somebody who is sharing their ideas, inspiring others, a motivational speaker. Yeah, I know that's not the water houses, but it's really important that I pointed that out so y'all understand how the houses go together when you're looking at how your water is spread out, how your water is dripping to other places. So the Scorpio gifts come out in her career. This is a healer. This is a flashlight, I like to call them. But at the other side of that, you see that Sagittarius energy. So she'll have two different things that she's known as. Tough ass, but then like a sprinkle of light at the end of that tough assness after she gathers you. gathers all your darkness, shows it to you, and then says, hey, you made it through it now, so poof. And it's a beautiful transformation that can be inspired through this person's energy. Because keep in mind, guys, this is how your energy interacts with other people. When this person hits another person or a client's chart, these energies play out where it's needed for them, where they need the momming at, where they need the darkness uncovered, all that sort of stuff. You are naturally set up in a certain way for specific people, which is also with this contract in Saturn. When you have a Saturn in 11th, you are contracted to help a certain amount of people in the collective. And once again, online and in foreign lands for her because of this setup. So the last water house we want to look at here for this gifts design is the 12th house. The 12th house is that Pisces energy. This is the energy of you receiving messages from outside of yourself. You are being used as a radio. You are being used as a conduit. These parts of you are sort of what you gave up in order to be of assistance here, right? With her Neptune in 12th, this means that she gets business insights in her dreams, things that she's supposed to do for her career. Like at night, when she wakes up in the morning, she needs to write that down because all these ideas are not just random ideas. They are fed to her and they will keep coming to her. Chances are they will very likely wake her up out of her sleep if she tries to ignore them, because her thoughts are where all her money is. And I'm going to say that, even though that isn't part of this gift reading, it's sort of like, it's not a spiritual gift, but look, her Venus, which rules her Taurus energy, her main gift at her core, just somebody who is here to be a advocate for peace, right? That Venus is in Gemini. She earns money through words, through her thoughts, which is through her sensitive thoughts, which is working directly with what's across from that, Capricorn, her business, which rules her career house, which is where that Scorpio energy is transforming through her career, through the ideas she is receiving while she's asleep about her career, about what she's supposed to be saying to other people, um, through the activities that happen in her house. She's inspired at home, inspired when she's alone. Um, just for other points on here for you guys to look into, Palace is your unique genius. It's the place where you connect dots better than like anybody else, depending on what sign it's in. And it doesn't matter if it's in a water sign or anything else, because it's naturally one of those conduits, right? So hers is an Aquarius. Naturally, she understands what people need online. In collective, she understands large groups. She understands the rebel, which is likely going to be the group of people that she is connected to, because these people are not people who are well and able to find the information that she is going to be teaching them. It's going to be very unique because of the fact that she has so many 29 degrees. This is a final test. Can you take everything that you have learned about being a healer and help during one of the most crucial times in our history? When this North Node hits Aries next year, there's definitely some form of war coming that will cause an even bigger awakening. So that is really what everybody is being prepared for, as far as my students, for when people need healers next year, and they need healers that understand soul trauma and things of that nature. So this person will get that totally. This is an empathic healer. She can do this just sensing through her emotions or sitting in silence. She is the conduit. So you might see some other examples of things when I add the other readings in here of somebody who is like strictly earth based. This is somebody who can heal with their hands, through crystals, and they need conduits and things. This person is picking up with their radio receiver, with their natural frequencies, and their drive comes out with them being themselves when they are really focused on becoming their best self. And I say that because this Mars is in Aries. Aries rules the first house of self, which is this Capricorn, which is the ruler of the 10th house. So this house, I'm sorry, this person's life is literally about her gifts and finding a way to get them out there in the world. So I know this was a lot. I'm going to do a couple more of these examples in this folder for you guys that go along with the main video that'll help you break down your chart for yourself. I'm going to put a little thread in the group on Sunday after I give people time to watch the video and watch these examples, for anybody who has questions. If you want to set up an individual chart reading for yourself, that's a different process. Like y'all get a different rate than everybody else, but we got to balance out something here with the energy it takes to just explain like your whole spiritual design. But for this particular person, I can't wait to hear the feedback back, and let me know if it connected some dots for you. So this is example number 1, guys. It's me.